But the intent, no, I'm down to win. I can't feel bad about it. I know you sad about it.
Know you sad about it. Know you sad about it.
I'm moving too fast, I can't stop. Wiping it down with the paint hot. Left hand on the wheel. I'm closing. In the headlock, went throwed and blinded my dreadlock. In the end zone with the mad dot. One phone call, get it dead stop. I feel like I own the season. Say one thing, just give me a reason. Knowing you're mad, I'm making it even.
Oh, I had to get back up. I had to get back up.
I can't take no off. You better call back up. I'm running it down to finish. I don't play, get down to get it. Talk about that, come slide, I'm with it. Better see me now, on God, I'm lit it. I know that you tryna go big. Better run up the cash, you love to spend. Made it, kill it, and did it again. But the intent, no, I'm down to win. I can't feel bad about it. I know you sad about it.
Know you sad about it. Know you sad about it.
Big numbers, 100-minute bag, that's a big number, big numbers.
All right, Coach, EA Sports coverage of the National Football League is on the air. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Tennessee Titans and the Houston Texans.
Here we go, here we go, here we go.
Set. 60 Pittsburgh. Hey, Sam off.
On the ground, this is Lamar Miller. And not the start he was hoping for there as he'll maybe get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. Vanderbilt's own Oren Burks had the tackle defensively.
Brings up 2nd and 10 at the 25-yard line.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again 2nd and 10.
Leo. Get it.
Play action. Now it's locked. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
I always love the opening game of the season, and for the players, always nice to get those firsts out of the way, isn't it? How about here? The first sack of the season. Not just in the first game, but in the opening drive. That's the way to get things kicked off.
He's crashing.
They fake the handoff, now lock. And he hits his target. It's Kenny Stills. And he's going to be taken down here still a couple yards short of the first. They get 15, but they still needed a little bit more. 4th down. The Texans send the punter out. He'll kick it away after a 3-and-out on the opening drive of the game. Was hoping to make a play there on the return with his speed. Instead, he makes a play for the other side.
Yeah, and how many times have we heard coaches say, you know, sometimes it's not really about those X's and O's we drop. It's about those Jimmies and Joes. And when you have a punt returner, he's one of those Jimmies and Joes, one of the best athletes. He's unable to make the play that they were seeking, though.
Check 99, Will.
Check. Westone. 5 on.
Now a first carry for Derrick Henry. And he's going to lose yards. They take him down at the 26. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up 2nd down.
Nice play right there to stop him behind the line, but I want to see how this defense continues to play him here in the first half.
Yeah, we know. You know better than I. He has the ability to take over a game. So what do you do?
Yeah, I think you have to make sure that you bottle him in at varying levels, because if you crowd everyone to the line of scrimmage, if he breaks through, it's nothing but room to run.
They try to throw on second down, but this one is incomplete.
The beauty of being able to play a zone defense when you can sit back and see the ball coming out of the quarterback's hands, guess what? Creates a lot of confusion, kind of a muddle in the middle of the field where you can go make a play on the football.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down.
Second down, defense, let's go.
From the gun, Pierce. And he'll have his man. That's Cooper. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. That goes for a gain of 31.
I know we love our jobs, and pretty much any play we see, we're pretty, excited about. But big plays, let's face it, that's what we absolutely live for. How about that one?
That was great. And what our camera missed was the fist pumps from the sideline after that catch. They're fired out. That's a big gain. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. 19 yards there on the catch and run.
Well, he's looking sharp right from the get-go here. Tough division. They needed this kind of a start. But I think this is part of where scripting comes in. We always hear about the scripting of plays, how they're going to be called. Everyone dress rehearses their script, and right now they're following it to a T.
Went for that opening drive, so part of the script still to come, right, partner?
Yeah, no doubt about it. We've got a ways to go with that, but you can tell that they worked on the script the entire week in practice, and it's paying off for them.
He'll get 5 out of the scramble. It's second down.
They brought the blitz that time, and I thought they were going to get to him, but instead he flipped it on its ear and ended up picking up positive yardage.
I thought he was dead to rights, but you are exactly correct, sir. Able to turn that into a positive gain. On second down, here's Henry. And he'll get it here to the 10-yard line. 9 yards on the play there, and it sets him up first and goal.
And there we see an early burst that makes him one of the leading rushers in the league.
Well, I want you to know, I listened to you yesterday when we were watching film. You said write down the word vision for him. It was on display there, wasn't it?
It certainly was, because he allows the blocks to set up in front of him. And if that continues, it'll be a long afternoon for those guys trying to play some defense.
Derrick Henry, and only about a yard there as he takes it from the 9 to the 8. Defensively, pretty good start there with their backs against the wall.
That's a win for the stop troops right there. And if I'm them, I get a little bolder now. They won the first battle. Keep coming after them. Put the pressure on them.
Here's second and goal, operating from the 8-yard line.
Check it out.
Now it's Henry. They'll get this halfway home from the 8 to the 4 on a gain of 4. 2 straight shots on the ground. Now on third, do you go to the air?
I think the possibility exists, and if you're doing it, you're probably going play action since you ran it twice. But I often think that second down is the time you go play action and throw the ball. I say commit to the run and think about it being 4-down territory.
Rolling to his right. And it'll be intercepted. A great read, and it's picked off.
I think that interception happened for 2 reasons. Quarterback gets outside the pocket and panics a little bit, and receiver doesn't make sure he's absolutely in an open spot. So there's a guy lurking, took the ball from him.
Yeah, so don't wave your arms, right, as a receiver if you're not wide open.
Got to know that you're open. Otherwise, just don't do it.
Hey, lock it.
They'll start out on the ground. It's Lamar Miller. And he goes nowhere. He'll lose yardage back at the 17. That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on. First down. So now they have to contend with 2nd and 13 after the first down run goes backwards. Now Locke throwing on 2nd down. But when this ball's tipped and intercepted. Picked off near the 42. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. Ah, yes, the old tip drill works to perfection there.
Ah, you're bringing back great memories. Used to love that drill. And a lot of times in practice, you work on it, not just one tip, but multiple tips, just in case the ball stays in the air for a while, to have an awareness and the ability to go up and grab it, and then you want to get some blocking support and end up in the opposite end zone.
In that tip drill, what do you yell?
For us, it was Oski. Okay, Oski was an interception.
For different teams.
Different teams have different ways of doing it. I've heard bingo, jackpot. The worst I ever heard, though, was Frankenstein. You don't want it to be a three-syllable word.
Yeah.
You want to get it right down and go. Oski is really the preferred word.
Oski. Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going. And this is a unit that, to be frank, doesn't look like they've woken up yet. I mean, a punt and a turnover on their first two drives.
And I think the game's starting to take shape a little bit now, and I'm going to take it to the back.
And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off near the 26. And they have the football and will take over at the 24-yard line.
They'll take over first and 10 at the 24-yard line.
Off play action. Pierce. Rush coming, and he's taken down. Bud Dupree coming in hard that time on the blitz, and he gets him down. It's a loss of 4. Second quarter now, Titans in possession of the football as they've got it with a 2nd and 14 upcoming. After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. 2nd and 14. He'll get this to his tight end. It's Jonnu Smith. And he'll be brought down inside the 20 at the 19. So they'll get 9 there as that sets him up better for 3rd down.
That's tough to play zone defense when they can just curl up right there in front of you.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, we talk about finding the soft spot. Defensively, how do you make sure they don't find the soft spot like they did there?
Tough to do because what they normally would...
And it's caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Tennessee. Curtis Samuel there to make the grab. And the Titans are able to extend their lead. Extra point by Fairbairn, up and good. And that'll make the score 14-0. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And a pretty good return here. He'll be stopped just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of the teams...
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Jeffrey Simmons in there to bury him for a loss of 11.
Well, someone's been up to the task so far in this game. They are already up a couple of scores, Brandon, and guess what? I think they're just going to pin their ears back now and get upfield and get after the quarterback.
Been such an impressive first half to get that lead. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked off at the 36. And they have possession, and they have it at the 38-yard line.
Partner's bad enough when you just can't hold on to the football. But when your quarterback's throwing it to the other team, that's 3 interceptions now, 4 turnovers for the game. You really have no chance to win the football game.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38.
They're not ready for this, man. They're not ready for this. They still playing soccer. Y'all play shut. Check nickel, nickel, nickel. Watch the front.
Throwing to start the drive. Pierce going right side here, and that's complete. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. 13 yards is the pickup for Tennessee and a 1st down. Off the play fake. Pierce. He's got a man complete. It's Amari Cooper. And he'll get it down this time to the 17. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch.
Brings up 2nd and 3 at the 17-yard line.
Able to get 7 on that first down pass play. 2nd and 3.
Switch.
2nd and 3. That's going to be caught by Samuel. And he'll get it here to the 10-yard line. 7 yards there and a first down.
I like watching the wide receiver screen because it's a real teamwork play. Because guess what? The guy catching the ball, he'll get all the credit. But how about the people up to block in front of him? Either fellow receivers or offensive linemen. That makes that play a really nice timing play. And sometimes it can break big.
The quick slant caught. And he'll be brought down here at the 3-yard line. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the first down completion.
At the 3-yard line.
Me and you all day. I'm coming after you.
Henry out of the pistol. And he will take this one in for a Titans touchdown. A 3-yard touchdown run. And the Titans are able to extend their lead. Fairbairn good with the extra point. And that makes the score 21-0. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. That's fielded in the end zone.
Any return that gets you to midfield is a great return. 1 first down, and you're almost in field goal position.
Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going. And some dangerous territory. You're already down 3 scores. A 3-and-out here, or an inability to put any points up. This one might be over by half.
Yeah, and what you also have to guard against is calling every play for a big shot downfield. You know, thinking you're going to get all these points back on one drive. You're not. And last time I looked, it's still the first half. I'm not saying you have ultimate patience here, but you also...
Accelerating, and off he goes. Touchdown, Houston. Darius Geis, 53 yards, as they are now on the board here in the first half. Gonzalez able to tack on the PAT, and they'll cut the lead to 21-7. Now after the touchdown, here's Gonzalez on to kick it away. This will be fielded on the back line of the end zone. And the decision to come out is going to cost him 5 as he's taken down right at the 20.
At their own 20-yard line.
The Titans offense set to begin the drive. They are clicking on all cylinders. They seem to be just scoring at will right now, and that's why they've opened up this big lead.
Now, we always talk about getting into the zone, and all athletes are seeking that, aren't they? Where everything is working for them, every move they make works, it clicks, and they are on point right now.
Yeah, they are in that zone that you're talking about. A 3-yard loss to start the drive. They'll look to make that up and then some on 2nd and 13. Henry. And good yardage as he gets this one up to about the 23. 1:57 to go in this first half on EA Sports. We remind you that coming up in 2 minutes, we'll again head down to visit with Jonathan Coachman in Orlando, back for another year. He'll have scores from around the NFL here on this opening weekend. On 3rd down, Henry. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage back at the 22. A loss of a yard, and it brings up 4th.
He did have the touchdown run earlier, but not a heck of a lot more than that throughout this game.
No, not at all. In fact, I would say that this defense has done as good of a job on him as they have on any runner in recent memory. And now the punter, Tress Way, as he sends this one away. Fielded just inside the 30. That'll be a 47-yard punt, officially 5 on the return. And the Texans will take over with a 1st and 10. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. It was still more than a minute to go in the half. Time to try to mount a drive.
And I would think that they would have to. This is today's NFL. You got to push it whenever you get an opportunity. You can never have enough points with the high-powered offenses that you face, and analytics will tell you, try and score when given the opportunity.
4 yards on that last completion, so that sets up 2nd and 6. Lock gonna throw. He gets this one into the hands of Dalvin Cook. He's got this to the 30 before being taken down. That'll go as a pickup of 32 on the catch and run. So the big play has him all the way down to the 30 now for 1st and 10. To throw it is Lock. And Stills bringing it in. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. A fresh set of downs on a gain of 13 there for the Texans.
70, Indy. I'm here all day.
Into the red zone, it's Lock. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete. Some of the fans here don't seem too happy about what we've seen in this first half.
No, not at all, and I understand why. They look lethargic, out of sync, and it shows on the scoreboard.
An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10.
Mike, 55. Check, 55. Mike. All day. All day. Mike, 55. Right there in the middle. 50. Bravo.
I can't believe they let you play. I can't believe they even let you play.
Block will try again on 2nd down. And that is caught. Touchdown, Texans. Darren Waller there to make the grab as his guys are back within a single score. Gonzalez good on the extra point. And they're back within a touchdown at 21-14. Now after the touchdown, here's Gonzalez on to kick it away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And not wanting to risk anything here late in the half, he'll just take a knee and they'll bring the football out to the 25. The Titans offense set to begin the drive. You've got less than 30 seconds left here in the half. You're well on your own side of the field. What are we doing here, Coach Davis?
Well, I'm trying something on 1st down, and it's something that's safe. It's something that's been done many times before. A lot of people say it's not even worth trying, but I'm running a draw. I'm running a screen. I'm seeing if something pops. And if it does, that can alter my strategy and potentially get me some points. And if it doesn't work, well, then you just run the clock down and go to the locker room.
Throwing to start the drive, but that one incomplete. Cooper was the target there. That'll bring up 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and
10. Ball on the 42 as they come up 2nd and 10.
Mike 41, Mike 41. Man, let's get that ball, dude. Let's get that ball right here. Mike 41. We got to wedge that. Go. Go. Check. Go.
To throw again. Pierce. Flushed out right. Going to throw right side here. Complete. And he is out of bounds inside the 35. A 1st down there on a pickup of 25. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33.
Get in the weight room.
This is Henry. And he's going to get this down near the 20-yard line. And with just 1 second remaining in the first half, they'll call the timeout. So with 1 second left in the half, on is the field goal unit. On the left hash mark, this a 38-yard attempt. The kick by Fairbairn is good. So we've reached halftime here on opening weekend as we send you on over to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman in our EA Sports Halftime Report. Take it away, Coach. We'll see if Week 1 fatigue becomes any kind of a factor as we are back underway in the second half. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken.
Let's go. Let's go.
The Titans offense set to begin the drive. They built a good first half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively. Henry relishing the chance to be the Titans' lead dog. He's in the backfield again on 1st and 10. And he'll give it here to his running back. And this defense not giving him anything there. Maybe a yard up to the 36.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9.
Let's put him on the buses. Let's put that defense.
And that one got tipped. Kind of threw everything off. It brings up 3rd.
Now, the secondary's really struggled today, but that's a little bit of a measure of revenge, isn't it? And they just followed the basic rules. See ball, knock ball away. Turned into a nice play.
After an incomplete pass on 2nd down, that'll leave him trying to convert on 3rd and 9. Now a fake on the give here as they try the run-pass option. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. First down, Titans, gain of 12. They like going to him in the slot. He catches another one.
I think this comes under the heading of, until they stop him, why not go back to him? He has something going really well. Great working relationship with the guy throwing the ball, and they keep making the connection.
A first down carry for Henry. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. 13 yards is the pickup for Tennessee and a first down.
Now, this is an example of breaking down a defense because on a lot of these runs, he's getting past the point of attack, and guess what he's doing? Forcing the secondary guys to have to make a lot of tackles.
So a 1st and 10 now in Houston territory at the 39-yard line.
Hey, alert 3, alert 3. Whip.
They'll run with Henry. And he's going to get this inside the 30. An 11-yard pickup for the Titans and a first down.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them.
41's the night. Check cover. 22, check cover. SOS.
Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. Another nice gain. That's now 30 yards between those last two plays. Whatever the discussions were at halftime to try to slow down this offense, it has not worked to this point.
Yeah, I have a vision right now of everything that was discussed at the half just being torn in shreds or being erased off of the Microsoft Surface tablets because none of it is working. They are really locked in on offense.
And into the end zone for a Tennessee touchdown. It's their quarterback. Already his 2nd touchdown here in this opening weekend. And the Titans are able to extend their lead. Extra point by Fairbairn, up and good. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. They'll bring it back to just about the 25. Call it the 24-yard line. Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going. And their halftime hole now even deeper, and they need a big drive here just to answer the first touchdown of the second half scored against them.
They were down at the half. Now, as you mentioned, they're down a little bit bigger, but no time for discouragement. Just got to get back to it, right? Put your shoulder against the boulder and start pushing and try and get back to where you were to start the half.
You draw quarters.
On 2nd and 9, Locke. Pressure comes, and the Titans able to bring him down. Jeffrey Simmons able to get in there for his second sack of the afternoon.
And that's his second sack of the game, but this player, disruptive in all phases, whether he's going upfield, coming underneath, you name it. He's a big-time guy you have to block.
On 3rd and long, it's Locke. In trouble here, and down he goes. Back at the 8-yard line.
I think we've seen this before. Someone's down 3 scores. That situation there, it's just going to add to their growing frustrations, don't you think?
Yeah, a bad number 3 right now. 3-score game, 3rd quarter, 3 and out, not what they wanted. And you can tell on the sideline, those faces are getting a little bit longer as this one goes. We'll call that a 47-yard punt, a return of just 3. And it'll be Titan football. The Titans offense set to begin the drive. And now you've got the clock winding down here in the 3rd quarter. Your 3 scores to the good. What's your approach on this drive?
Too early to fully commit to playing the clock game. Yet at the same time, you're also not going pell-mell like you would in 2-minute offense. This is what NFL offenses call 4-minute football. Take the clock out of the game a little bit, wind it down, but at the same time, keep advancing the ball down the field.
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11.
Here we go. Here we go.
Operating from the gun, Pierce. And he's got his man on the out route. And a gain of 4 gets him right to the midfield stripe. And the Texans have an extra defender in the secondary now on 3rd down. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. And he will find his man on the outside. They get only 4 that time as that leads us to a 4th down.
Whether you're playing West Coast offense or not, one of the maxims of the West Coast offense is you're either throwing a touchdown or a check down. In other words, look for the big shot, but be smart. And I think they did exactly that on that play. They didn't get the first down, but they're taking care of the ball well.
Yeah, and being rightly cautious with that lead here in the second half. And this one will not be returnable as it sails out of bounds. Back now in Houston, it's Texans football, but they trail here as we get started in the 4th quarter. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. They're going to have to go at least 50, 60 yards here if they want to ensure that they don't have to punt the ball like they did last time.
Yeah, so what you're saying is we're not playing to just get out of the shadow of your own goal line, right? You're playing to make sure the punter doesn't see the field again. So it's not picking up a couple of first downs. You want to pick up 5 or 6 first downs and make sure you move the ball.
And he's in. Touchdown, Houston. Darius Geis taking it goal line to goal line, 100 yards. And the Texans cut into that lead. And that run massively increased his production in this game, and now he's over 100 yards.
And break out your calculator, partner, because his yards per carry went up significantly, right? Big-time jaunt all the way to the end zone.
That'll be taken in the end zone. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get it up to the 29-yard line.
Let's go. Let's go.
The Titans offense set to begin the drive. Well, there are 2 scores on the plus side. Still time here in this 4th quarter, but maybe you start thinking about playing keep away?
Yeah, I think here's the situation. You're not thinking touchdowns anymore. You're just thinking first downs. To keep up with your theme there, playing keep away, first downs, they can't touch the ball.
Brings up 2nd and 4. at the 35-yard line.
The last run got 6, now 2nd and 4. Henry will get it. He's been busy today. And he's going to have to protect the football and take his lumps here at this stage of the game as they stop him behind the line. Call it a loss of 2 on the play. And that'll make it 3rd down. The Titans going to use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. The Titans on 3rd down. They've hit it 50%, 3 of 6 to this point. This is 3rd and 7. On the counter, it's Henry. And he'll lose yardage. Brought down at the 32. Tough sledding. They lose a yard there on 3rd.
I have zero rooting interest in either team in this game. I only want a good game. But with all the offense we've seen from them tonight, it's kind of nice to see the defense step up and make a big play.
Yeah, I was wondering if they were ever going to get him in the backfield. Nice to see him get a stop. And the kick's away as he angles this one for the sideline. And no return possible here as they angle this one out of bounds. Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going. And coming off a one-play drive that was so deflating for the defense, what's their mentality? How do they rally here and stop this offense?
Well, hopefully there's some determination that sets in because they weren't ready to go on the last one. Give all the credit to the offensive guys for getting it done, but to allow a run of that length, that's just not being prepared. So now, are they determined? Are they ready to read their keys and make the proper plays?
And we'll see how determined they are. Here's a throw that's taken in out of the backfield. 7 yards there and a 1st down. But correct me if I'm wrong. You're down 2 scores. I don't think you need to rush just yet, but you can't take your time either.
Yeah, even if you don't want to commit to full 2-minute offense, you have to up the tempo, up the urgency. Maybe you're starting to call 2 plays in a huddle each time you snap the ball.
Now this throw caught left side. A good pickup there of 20 yards. Working the sideline there. Good route, good catch. 1st down, and he gets out of bounds.
Yeah, you have to like the play call because you have to run some guys down the middle of the field to draw some of the defenders away. They can't just let them guard the sideline exclusively. That's how it's going to work. Sidelines and incompletions to use the clock.
Throwing on 1st down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. They work again from the 38 on 2nd and 10.
Let's go, let's go.
Block again here on 2nd and 10. That'll be complete to Cook. It'll be a pickup of only a yard, and just like that, it's 3rd down. This defense tightening up a bit. That last catch, just 1 yard, making it 3rd and 9. He's going to loft one deep over the middle, and this is taken in at the 5. Touchdown, Houston. DeAndre Hopkins, 37 yards, as they are now just an extra point away from making this a 3-point game.
As a fan, is there anything prettier than a well-executed post route?
No, it's a thing of beauty, especially when it's done like that for a touchdown.
The throw, the catch, and how about the run after to get it to the end zone?
Now after the touchdown, here's Gonzalez on to kick it away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line.
The Titans take over 1st and 10 at their own 19-yard line.
The Titans offense set to begin the drive. After the touchdown we just saw, we have a brand new ball game. And now look at the situation. You've got plenty of time on the clock. Defensively, they have 3 timeouts. So do you run the football here or do you throw it?
I think you have that full conversation with your offensive unit, and you tell them, here's the situation. They've got all of their timeouts, so we are not going to play this conservatively. We've got to attack them. We've got to make them use those, gain the ground that we need in order to put this game away. If you think we're just going to run it 3 times and punt it, you got another thing coming.
Yeah, and then, by the way, also the 2-minute warning in play, so essentially 4 timeouts left.
They have to be aggressive here.
And now this defense trying to use the clock to their advantage. They'll take the timeout here with 2:08 left, and then they'll have another stop coming up at the 2-minute warning. This is 3rd and 2. Maybe the biggest play in this football game. Again, it's Henry. And some room to work. And they finally get him, but not before he reaches the 33-yard line. So the Titans in possession of the football here as we get you reset. They've got a 1st and 10 as they look to try and finish this one off. Now a 1st down run is sniffed out from the start as they'll drop him for a loss of 4. And now we'll see a timeout used on defense as they stop it right out of the break with 1:57 to go in the ball game. Second and long, but you got to figure this almost certainly another run. They'll try the right side with Henry. They're going to snuff this play out behind the line. We have not seen that much today. And now with 1:52 to go, we get another pause in the action. A timeout here defensively. First and second down were a disaster. Both went backwards. Now it's 3rd and 18. They need something big. From the gun, Pierce. And he'll lay out and pull it in. What a diving catch there. They'll wind up with 17 on that one, but they're still a bit short here for 4th.
Partner, if you and I were playing quarterback in this one, we would be really confident right now throwing it to him, wouldn't we?
Yeah, he's been spectacular. He's just saying, hey, I was all state. I'll make it rain out here. And no move to get the offense off the field. They'll stay put on 4th and 1.
Out. Watch this extreme.
They'll run for it with Henry. And he picks up the 1st down yardage as he takes it down to the 16. That one a backbreaker as they wind up converting there on 4th. The 4th down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on 1st down. They go down to a knee, and the new campaign off to a good start. It's a win here in Week 1.
I do get a kick out of seeing a team kneel down at the end of the game in victory formation and wrap one up, because most of the time a kneel down is not a good thing in football. In this case, it's the best thing for the team that's winning.
Best thing Week 1 and 1-0 after going.